First graders, welcome back. We have another fun day of science ahead of us today. We're going to learn some more about rocks. Yesterday you watched a video learning about 3 different types of rocks: igneous, metamorphic, and sedimentary rocks. The metamorphic rocks undergo a big change by either going through a lot of pressure or a lot of heat. So they either get heated up in the earth or they get really squeezed and pushed together and compacted, and then they're a brand new rock. And then we have sedimentary rocks, which get broken down and rolled around and pressed together, and those are sometimes, a lot of times, I guess, found in rivers and lakes and waters or along the side of the road. And they're just little pieces of rock that get pressed together over time. And then there's igneous rocks, which come from volcanoes and that are formed from from magma that comes out of the earth and undergoes a lot of changes as it comes up out of the earth. And that kind of rock is going to be a lot more rare. So a lot of the rocks that we're going to see are going to be either metamorphic or sedimentary. Okay, so I'm going to show us, now you watched a video about becoming a rock detective yesterday, or hopefully you did. If you didn't, please go back and watch it. It's one of my favorite videos. It gives a lot of really good information about the 3 different rock types, but it's also just really interesting. Okay, so I have 3 rocks I want to show you, and then if we have time, I will revisit one of the rocks I showed you yesterday. Okay, so let's be rock detectives right now and look at these rocks and see if we can determine or figure out what kind of rocks they are. Okay, right here through my computer screen, we're going to try. So I have this little rock, and it's not the same one I showed you yesterday. This is the one I showed you yesterday. See, so they're different. So this is one of my little rocks. I found it yesterday at my house. Okay, so remember, sedimentary rocks are lots of little pieces pressed together. Metamorphic rocks sometimes have squiggly lines in them as clues. Sedimentary rocks have clues of little dots or straight lines in them. This one doesn't really have any. I see some scratches, maybe some divots. I'm not seeing a whole lot to go off of on this one, okay? But my guess would be, honestly, that it's a piece of like smooth brick or something. So it's probably a sedimentary rock, okay? And then I have this kind of rock. And with my last rock, I gave a descriptive word, of smooth. What kind of descriptive word would you use with this one? Does it look very smooth? What kind of words would you use? It's kind of a sharp edge there, maybe. I'm not seeing much in this one. Oh, there's some light flecks in this one. Maybe some dirt. This is probably going to be a sedimentary rock also. I'm excited to use that one within our activity tomorrow. I think it's going to do something exciting. Now this one looks really different. Check out the coloring on that one. It's a little bit squiggly. Do you think it's squiggly because it's metamorphic and it's undergone a big change? Or do you think it's sedimentary and it was just laid down in that shape? Or do you think it's soil? Do you think it's just dirty? That's a question we can ask ourselves too. Okay, that's something we need to figure out. I think it's the same type of rock as the last one, actually. So I think it's also a sedimentary rock. That's something we need to consider when trying to identify rock types. Okay, now I noticed yesterday when I was showing you these rocks that some of them had lines on them. Check out the lines on this. Okay, I also noticed that, or thought, I guess rather, that because it was in the water and rolling around a lot, that it could have been pieced together with other pieces of rock. So I believe these rocks are sedimentary rocks. Okay, oh, there's another good line. See that one? Okay, so I think those rocks are for sure sedimentary rocks also. Wanted to share that with you. Now, today, you have a very fun activity in your seesaw slide. Okay, so when you flip to the Thursday slide, because today's Thursday, you have a rock sorting activity. Now, if you've already submitted this and saved it as a draft, I found out I had to go in and add it for you, but I've taken care of that. I've added it for you. Otherwise, if you haven't touched your seesaw slide yet, it's pushed out and edited. So you have it there for you. What I did is there's a rock sorting activity. So there's 6 pictures of rocks in there, and you have to pick up and move. So just click and drag. Pick up and move those rocks and put them into one of the boxes in the graph. Okay, you're just going to set it on top in one of those boxes. So you're going to find one that's beautiful, which is kind of your pick, but by process of elimination, you should be able to figure out which one goes in that box. So maybe save that one for last, because it asks you to find a rock that's 2 colors, one that's 3 colors, one that's smooth, one that's bumpy, things like that. So use your describing words, use your detective skills to figure out where the rocks go. Okay, that's your job for today. I know you can do it. There's only 6. Okay, but it might take you a little bit of time, but I know you can do it. Okay, let me know if you have any questions, just like always. Have fun, and I can't wait to see your detective skills at work. Have a good day, everybody.